Hi kittens. Today I will tell you about gradients. Color matters today, so let's set up the workspace to the maximum. Remove the excess. Switch to render preview. Change the background color to light. Switch the color space to standard. Switch to top view and turn off the grid with the 3D cursor. Create a grease pencil object. Switch to drawing mode. Set stroke density to maximum. Disable pressure sensitivity and increase the brush radius. Now let's remember how to draw a stroke with a fill. To do this, go to the material properties and activate the fill. If we immediately draw a stroke after this, we will be surprised to find that there is no fill. In fact, it is there, we just don't see it. This is because the very first material we have by default has 100% fill transparency. The color selection bar consists of two parts. The left part shows the current color, and the right part shows the transparency level of that color. To change this parameter, simply click on the color bar and change the alpha channel. Let's set the transparency slider to maximum. Choose a color. And make sure everything works now. By the way, let's open the Layers menu and disable the influence of lighting on the layer. I repeat. The fill transparency is set to 0 only on the default material. If you create a new material, this parameter will be set to the maximum value. So, now we need to switch the fill type to gradient. This can be done in the Style menu, in the Material Properties. Now we have two color strips. I will reduce the number of points in the strokes and draw some shapes. The main thing is to understand the direction of the gradient. The easiest way to do this is with a square example. If we start drawing the shape from left to right, the gradient will be in that direction. Left to right. From the base color to the second one. If you start drawing the shape from bottom to top, then the gradient direction will be from bottom to top. With a square, everything is simple. But if we draw a circle, we will see that in this case the direction is not so predictable. And now I'll show you what actually determines the gradient vector. To do this, go to Edit mode. Each stroke has a start point and an end point. We started this stroke from this corner, so this point is the starting point. And the gradient vector is set by the direction from the starting point to the next point. In other words, the vector between the first 2 points is the gradient vector. If I move one of these points, I will change the gradient direction. The distance between the points does not matter. Only the direction. Moving any other points does not affect the gradient vector. The gradient can be rotated in another way. In the material properties, the rotation parameter is responsible for this. Just grab the slider and drag it left or right. Or enter the desired angle from the keyboard. You can also rotate the gradient to the desired angle using the Transform Fill tool. Activate the tool, select Rotation. Select the desired stroke, hold down the left mouse button and rotate the gradient. It doesn't matter where in the viewport you click with the mouse. The main thing is that the desired stroke is selected. Done with rotation. But we have two more types of gradient transformation available. The shift of the gradient is controlled by the parameter, location x. Don't pay attention to the suffix x. This has nothing to do with the global x-axis. The shift direction matches the gradient rotation direction. And the last transformation is scaling. The x direction changes the scale in the direction of the gradient rotation angle. And the y direction is perpendicular, so scaling and shifting along the y do not affect the linear gradient. Scaling along Y will affect the radial gradient. It can be scaled along both axes. One more important point. The sliders in the material properties are global settings. Therefore, they affect all strokes with this material. But if we use the Transform Fill tool, then we can transform the gradients separately for each stroke, despite the fact that they are all drawn with the same material. And a couple more little things. You can also set the transparency in the gradient. For example, we want the green color to gradually dissolve into full transparency. In the second color, move the alpha slider to 0. Turn off the stroke and get a gradient from color to transparency. The same can be done without the alpha channel. To do this, in the second color, select the same color as our background. And also set the blending value to 0. And with this checkbox, you can swap the colors with one click. That's probably all I wanted to tell you today. Don't be bored. Bye-bye.